I think we got too excited about the comeback and we wanted to win it in offense when all we had to do is play defense and keep the 1 point lead that we had. I think with 4 or 5 minutes to go, we got a little excited and that just didn't go our way. We lost our head and defensively they scored on us way too much at the end.
Defensively, it's kind of its program and its identity. How frustrating is it to lose a game late because of it?
We're disappointed. I mean, we showed a lot of resilience and a lot of toughness of how we want to play our basketball, our brand of basketball, defensively and offensively in the second half, especially until like 7 minutes till the end. Kentucky just, they did good. We can't say that they didn't fight. They was under pressure too. When we made that run, and we just got to learn from it and get better.
Igor, I know the game got away from you there at the end, but it was pretty close throughout. What can be learned from this game as you have lots of more road games left to kind of maybe get some of these close games more on y'all's side?
Not to get emotional. We got excited, like I said, about playing offense, and we forgot about defense, which we do every day. We just gotta let our habits take over and play our brand of basketball, which we did in the last 5 minutes. I feel like that's the biggest lesson we gotta take. Of course, we're gonna watch film. We're gonna see what went wrong, but I feel like for now, that's the only thing I can say. Just keep our head and keep our composure. Yep.
How much more comfortable on the offense do you feel?
Say it again.
How much more comfortable on the offense do you feel right now compared to 2-3 weeks ago?
I mean, we still run the same offense. I talk to coaches regularly. They tell me what to fix. I try to do my best to fix it. Today the shots were falling for me, so it's a process. With every week I feel more comfortable, and with every game, let's say, I feel more comfortable. So hopefully, as the season goes along, I keep growing. But it's got to contribute to winning. So that's the most important part for me. If I play bad and we win, that's all that matters for me, honestly.
Stacked a number of good offensive performances together now. Is it just been as simple as making shots, or has there been other things that have been working for you during the stretch?
The trust from the coaches and my teammates, especially. When you make a couple of shots, your teammates see that and they kind of fuel you and they hype you up, and that just helps you get going. But like I said, it don't matter how good I play or how bad I play. If we win, that's all that matters for me. So I'd much rather have 2 points in the win today than whatever I had. So that's about it.
Is this the most disappointing loss of the season, considering you guys had a chance late and you didn't execute down the stretch?
I feel like every loss is the same. It don't really matter. At the end of the season, I'm not going to say we lost to Kentucky, we lost to some other team, but it's going to say how much we lost, how many games we lost. So every loss is the same, but this being a rivalry, of course, it hurts now, but at the end of the season, all the losses are the same.
Final 4.5 minutes.
It just goes back to our focus, from the very beginning. You can't blame it on a 4.5 minute stretch at the end of the game. That's what most people do, is blame it on the end of the game, but it even goes into, preparation. There were scouting report issues on our part of not remembering what guys do, and, just lack of focus all the way through. But, there's no 4 minute stretch or no play or possession or group of possessions that really were ended in that result of the game.
How frustrating is it to be this far in the season and still having scouting report issues?
I don't look at it as disappointing. I look at it as how much better we can be. We've had a lot of success this year, and yet we still don't think we've played our best game, or at least our best 2 halves, complete halves. And so, I look at it as, a lot of teams at this time of the year are peaking or have already peaked, at certain times, and we can get so much better, including me. There's so many more parts of my game that I need to be improving on and putting into practice, and that goes for dang near our entire team, And so to be this far into the season and we're still growing and we're still learning is something that I look forward to.
What makes a 5-out system so challenging for you guys?
I mean, they got guys that hit shots at all 5 positions, and credit to them. They run that offense fast and they hit shots, and it just there's nowhere that you can slack off on when it comes to their style of offense.
Rick and Igor talked about the mental game. With just a handful of games left, how does a team kind of fix the mental game now as you go into postseason?
Just goes into learning. We talked about today or earlier this morning about how in every aspect of our lives and every aspect of this game we need to continually learn, and it just goes to that. And so taking something like this, mental errors and mental mistakes, and just learning from it, and that's, like I said earlier, that's the growth. That's the growth that we have as a team that not many teams this time of the year still have, and I look at it as a blessing.
You shot 12 of 24 from free. Do you feel like that was more on defensive lapses or them hitting tough shots?
I mean, it's both. They're a team that is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league, but we also pride ourselves on being the number 1 defense in the country. And so, as a team, probably with the guys on this team, we probably look at that as more of an us thing, and that's how we look at most things. So it's both, but like we said earlier, it's a lot of mental lapses and a lot of stuff that we can take away, but it's a lot of stuff we're going to grow from.
What do you find the difference is in this team when you're playing well, like you had been the last 3 games, and then you come into tonight? What do you find the difference is?
I see like a free flowing from our team when we're playing well, and it's something that I think a lot of people see, especially people that are around basketball. And when we start getting in our head and freezing up and not playing free, I think that's the main difference between when we're at our I don't even want to say best, because I still don't think we've seen our best, but I think it's when we're really playing well is when we're free and just playing.
Does that go into the mental game?
That's 100% the mental game. Is understanding. When you're well, I had an old high school coach that said when you're well prepared, there's nothing to be nervous about, and so. There's nothing to freeze up about when you're well prepared and you've taken all the steps you feel you need. There's no fear factor to it.